I just say, oops, I got 99 problems singing bye, bye, bye. Hold up, if you wanna go and take a ride with me, better hit me, baby, one more time.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Ghetto Saucy, and in today's video, honey, we are prepping for our Thanksgiving dinner, okay? And I'm gonna show you from start to finish, okay? So here, as you can see, we got a bunch of meat, okay? So, and we have our pepper and onion blend. We got a bag and a half, okay? We got our onion soup mix. We got our sugar. We got our kosher salt. And over here, we got 3 different kinds of beef. We got the chuck tender roast. We got our chuck roast, and we got our loin back there, okay? All right. So we're going to see which one is the tenderest, okay? So then we got our turkey thighs right here. And then we got turkey breast because they ran out of thighs. Okay. So yeah. And that's all that turkey, baby. We gotta wash it and prep it. So if you are ready, let's get into the video. First thing first, we're gonna open up our beef and we're gonna wash it, rinse it off as good as possible. Now you see all that fat, she ain't got time to be taking all that fat off, okay? Now otherwise I would have took that fat off, honey, baby. Y'all saw that meat that I had to clean. She wasn't thinking about it. Okay, so we just rinsing off the meat. Now that one that I'm holding in my hand, now that one is the tenderest. Okay, I think that's chuck roast or something like that. That one is the tenderest. Okay, so we done rinsed our meat off. We're about to wash our hands. All right. So now we're going to put our gloves on, honey. Yes, honey, because, you know, she got to wear gloves. Okay. So now we're going to open up this plastic bag, baby. And this is what we're going to do. We are going to marinate our meat because we need our meat nice and tenderized, okay? So we're going to put about 4 to 6 cups of water in this bag right here, okay? Then we're going to add our onion soup mix to it, and we're going to give it a stir. Okay, then we're going to add some sugar cane to it, baby. So we're going to add about, what, a teaspoon. Then we're going to add some Lipton soup mix. And we're going to get out another stir. Then we're going to add some bell peppers and some onions. Just a little bit. Because that's going to give it flavor. And also going to tenderize your meat. Okay, so now we're going to put this. Now that one right there, that's the most tender roast beef that you can buy. It is so tender. Okay. Now that one right there, that's the loin. Okay, we're going to talk about that later. So we're going to zip that up. And we're going to soak this. And we're going to leave it in there. We're going to pour that juice into the other bag with the other one. Okay, and there we have it. We're going to put this in the refrigerator. You can put it in the refrigerator for 4 hours overnight. But we're going to do it 2 days. Okay? So it's going to be extra tenderized. And we're going to add a little bit of bell peppers to that one. And there we have it. Okay, now this, we're going to put about 6 cups, something like that, to it. About 6 cups. Okay, because we're about to tenderize our turkey. Okay? And we're going to add some more sugar. About 4 tablespoons of sugar. Then we're going to add some kosher salt, about 2 tablespoons, okay? And then we're going to get this a stir until everything is incorporated, okay? Then we're going to add some onions and bell peppers. And then we're going to take this to the sink and we're going to start working on our turkey. We're going to start cleaning our turkey. We're going to start just cleaning it up, okay? Now, that roaster in the bag, it was too much meat to put in that roaster, okay? So we had to switch it over, okay? But we're going to open up all our turkey. And my son in the background helping his mommy. So he getting a bowl, he getting the salt and the lemon juice so we can fill that water up and clean these turkey thighs, baby. So I'm just mixing it around to make sure everything get incorporated, okay? So I'm gonna put all my turkey thighs up in there, baby, so it can start soaking and we can get to cleaning, baby. Look how big that turkey thigh is, y'all. It's bigger than my hand. Look at that. Look at all that meat. That was one big turkey. I hope it was a big turkey and it ate good and it wasn't full of hormones. But anyway, nevertheless, that's where we eat. Hope it ain't. Well, anyway, we're going to get off of that. So we're giving this a good cleaning, okay? And I'm scraping whatever needs to be scraped off, plucking any feathers that need to be plucked, and taking anything off the back of the meat that need to be off. Y'all see that? Clean your meats. So now we're going to get this a rinse. And we're going to put it in our roaster. Y'all look at that water. Clean your meat. So I'm just doing a little cleaning, getting all that fat, everything that I took off the turkey and just getting rid of that, cleaning up, changing my glove, washing my hands. Okay, so we had to put it in this big aluminum pan because it was more meat than I had anticipated. Okay. And so we just gonna flip the meat over and organize it so it can look nice. And there you have it. Okay, and then we're going to add some bell peppers just a little bit on top, okay? Because it's going to tenderize it and that flavor from the bell peppers is going to soak in there. But the fresh bell peppers will really give it the flavor, okay? She just didn't feel like doing all that chopping, baby. And there you have it. We're going to cover it. We're going to leave this in the refrigerator overnight, okay? Okay. Now we're moving on. Now my mom, she is washing the sweet potatoes, and then we're going to boil it, okay? Then we forgot we weren't supposed to boil it, but it all worked out. So if you boil it first, get it a little soft, and then we're going to put it on this baking sheet, and we're going to bake it, honey, because baking your sweet potatoes give it that flavor, okay? And boiling it for a little while did help it out, okay? So we're going to spray this down with some Pam, okay? And we're going to make sure we spray all of them, okay? And then we're going to put this in the oven on 350 until it's knife or fork tender. Make sure you check it, okay? Won't be able to stick a fork or a knife through it just like that and go all the way through. It gotta be soft. All right, now moving on. This right here is our boiling water with our smoked turkey neck bones, and we boiling this until that get tender. Then we gonna add, well, my mom, she did the green beans, baby, and then she put the green beans in there. She worked so fast, she moved so fast, honey. She old school. She ain't got time to be waiting for no camera. Okay, so I don't know what she put up in there. Okay, but that's how it look. Okay, and you can see the turkey neck bones. Okay, so she gonna let this boil so them beans get all the flavor. And I didn't even see her pour it in here, honey. That's what I'm saying. Okay. All right, now we gonna peel our potatoes. Well, our sweet potatoes. You can use a knife, but baby, she using her hands. Okay. And you see the brown, that's the, oh, look at that, that's flavor. We leaving that brown on there, honey, because that's the flavor. It's not burnt, that's the flavor. So I'm just going to peel all of them. And I'm going to put, because I only have 13, so I'm going to put 6.5 in one container. And I'll put 6.5 in the other container. Okay? Right, and there you have it. So we're going to cover this. And we're going to put this in the refrigerator. And this is what we do. We like to write the name of what's in the container. So we're going to write green beans on one. And I don't know if I want to write sweet potatoes and yams, but I think I'm going to do yams. And we're going to name this yams 1 because we got 2 containers. So we're going to name this yams 1 and yams 2. Okay, y'all, moving on to our macaroni and cheese. Okay, so here's all our cheeses, 7 of them. Okay, here we go. We got our smoked cheddar, sharp cheddar, mild cheddar, our Swiss, Colby Jack cheese, a mozzarella for the pull, and Velveeta. Honey, we don't usually use Velveeta, but that's what the recipe called for. Okay, so we're going to use it. Hope it turned out right. Okay. So, and we got our pan. We got our grater. Okay. And we got our gloves. So here we go. All right. So now we're going to start off with this Velveeta, honey. I don't even know what Velveeta cheese is, where it come from. But that's what the recipe called for. Okay. Then we're going to start cutting our cheeses in half. We're going to cut all the rest of our block cheeses in half. Okay. So I'm using somebody else's recipe. However, that comma, she putting her own twist on this recipe. Okay. So, yeah. I'm doing things my way. You know, with my little twist. Okay. So we're going to shred all the cheese and we're going to put it in a pan until it get a little crowded. And then we're going to move over to the chopping board right here. Okay. All right, all our cheeses are done. And here you have it. Moving on. Okay, so now we gonna do that tenderloin right there, that chuck loin. So we're gonna put this in a crock pot. We're gonna use a slow cooker, savory pot roast seasoning. And if you can see, it got 340 milligrams of salt. Okay, and right here it tells you what you need, how you cook it, and all that. But honey, hello, she's gonna do it her way. Okay, she didn't even read that. Okay, so we're just gonna put it on the top right here. We filled it up with water, obviously, and we're putting the seasoning on top. Then we're gonna give it a little stir. Okay, and then we're gonna add some garlic powder. And y'all already know she don't be stingy with that garlic powder. Put as much as you want or little as you want. Okay. Next, we're going to put some onion powder. Obviously, a lot. Now, anything that I make is to my seasoning. Okay. Then we're going to add some black pepper. Now, you put your own seasoning, your own touches to it. Okay. Because what you like may not be what I like. And what I like may not be what you like. Okay. Everybody tastes different. Okay, so now we're gonna get this a little bit of stir. Then we're gonna add some bell peppers and onions. Then we're gonna try to be clean, honey, and we're gonna wipe around it, okay? Because we're trying to be clean, honey. And then we're gonna add some minced onions, and we're just gonna sprinkle it right on top, okay? Then we're gonna give this a cover. We're gonna cover it. Then we're gonna turn it on for 12 hours on low. Okay. Now this is after about 2.5, almost 3 hours. Okay, so that's how it's looking. So we're gonna take this out right here. And then we're going to get to cutting and slicing, okay? So we're going to start slicing this up. Because as you can see, as I'm slicing, it's still tough, honey. And we're trying to get this to melt in your mouth, okay? Okay, and there you have it, all sliced up, baby. She did good for her first time. Damn. Okay, so now we're going to put this back in the crock pot, okay? Because we want this to melt in your mouth. We want to get all that flavor and all them juices up in this meat, baby. So we're going to put all this back up in here. Okay, we're going to get this little stir. We're going to cover it. And then we're going to cook this for about 7 hours, which at this time is going to be overnight. Okay, early in the morning. Okay. Hey y'all! It's Thanksgiving Day, and this is how it's looking after cooking for 7 more hours. So a total of 10 hours this meat has been cooking, and look how juicy and tender that look. So we're gonna take all of this out and put it in our little container, our little aluminum pan, and this is how it looks. I want to show y'all how tender this is. Look at that, it just broke apart. Look again. It took no effort, okay? And that's what you want. So we're going to cover this, put it to the side, and move it on to our turkey, baby. So my mom is doing a turkey. So she's taking it out of there, out of the pan that it was soaking in. She's putting it all up in here. She's putting the onion Lipton soup mix on here. Okay, that's what she put on there. Then she's going to add some black pepper. Then she's going to add some poultry seasoning, okay? And you want to add just a little bit, not too much, honey, because poultry seasoning is strong, okay? So add according to your taste. Then she's going to add some bell peppers and some onions on it. Then she gonna fill it up with some water. And then she gonna add one more pack of that onion soup mix, okay, to make sure it's flavored after you filled it up with that water. Then she gonna cover it up, and then she gonna cook it on 375 for 4 hours. Moving on. So this is the seasoning that I cooked the other meat in. So we're gonna get the other 2 roast beef that was marinating, and we're gonna put this in here because the oven is occupied. Okay, so we're gonna put it all up in here. We're gonna add a half a pack of that Lipton soup mix up in here because it's already seasoned. But because I have 2, that's what we're gonna do. Okay. Then we're gonna add some onions and bell peppers on top. Now everything is better when it's fresh, when you gotta cut it yourself, but baby, y'all see what I had to do, and she ain't trying to do all that chopping. Okay, so we're gonna cover this up, and we're gonna cook this on high for 4 hours. Okay, maybe less. It all depends on when the other meat gonna come out the oven, and we're gonna transfer it from this crock pot to the oven. Okay, moving on. Now we're gonna add our water to our pot because we're about to make our juice, our sauce. Okay, for our for our yams. Okay, so we got yams 1 and yam 2, and we're gonna mash it up, baby, because we like mashed yams over here. Okay. Some people like it in squares, some people like it in circles, but baby, we like it mashed, okay? So our water should be boiling already. And to this water, we're going to add some butter, because butter make it taste better. So we're going to add 2. Oh my God, I just dropped the paper in there. Honey, mistakes happen. Okay, so we're going to add some cinnamon. Now, she don't measure when it comes to this, baby. I just eyeball it. But if I had to say maybe a teaspoon, add as you go, okay? You taste it. We're going to put some nutmeg up in there. Add as you go. We're going to taste it, okay? Add according to what you like. Make it sweeter, make it stronger. It's up to you. Then we're going to add some vanilla. And then we're going to add some sugar. Some brown sugar. And then we're going to add some cane sugar. Sugar, 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 baby. Okay, so we're using this little scoop. Okay, and I put 2 of those in there. See, and this is the little scoop that I used. And we're going to give this a stir. And then we're going to taste it to see if we need anything else, add anything else. Okay. And by the looks of it, I can already tell that she needs to add some more cinnamon. And some more nutmeg. Okay. Yes, baby. Okay. And it still need a little something. So she gonna add some more butter. About a half a stick total. So it's gonna be like 2.5 sticks, maybe 3 sticks. It's up to you, baby. And then we're gonna stir this until it melts. Okay, now moving on to our yams. We're going to pour some in both, but we're not going to pour all of it. Now, I know it looked like a lot, but trust me, it's not, okay? And we're going to stir this up so we can get that juice and them yams, okay? We're getting it all incorporated together, honey, okay? We want them that juice to marinate. Okay. Them yams. Okay. To get the flavor all up in those yams. Okay. The sweetness. Okay. And then we're going to add some more on top of it. And then we're going to smooth it out on the top. Okay, then we're going to add some more cinnamon on top. I know y'all like that. I should use a lot of cinnamon. Trust the process, okay? Just trust the process. Okay, then we're going to take some brown sugar. You can add, at this point, you can add some marshmallows if that's your business. You can add some oatmeal crunch or whatever, brown sugar, oatmeal crunch to it because that's your business. You can leave it alone if that's your business. You can add some almonds, whatever you want to add on top because that's your business, baby. Okay, so we just crumbling up some brown sugar, just a little bit. And there you have it. Moving on. Okay, now we about to move on and add some salt to this part because we're about to boil our macaroni for our macaroni and cheese. Okay, now I know that look like a lot of salt, but trust me, it's not. Okay, so you can get us a stir. Now I tasted it, and baby, I needed some more salt because when you cook your noodles, okay, even when you cook spaghetti, you want them noodles to have flavor. Okay, now y'all, now this is why I wear gloves. Okay, my thumbnail popped off. Okay, look at this. See, you can't trust these press-on nails. That's why I wear gloves. Moving on. Okay, now back to our macaroni and cheese. So we got 16 ounces. We need a total of 24 ounces. Okay, so we can put all this up in there. Then we're going to add 8 more ounces for our 24 ounces. Okay, and we're going to get us a stir. A stirry stir. All right, now it came to a boil. You want to boil this until it get al dente. Baby, I don't know what al dente is. Tell me the minutes, honey. This is ghetto sassy. Okay, now I had this boiling for 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, and I like to keep that wooden spoon up in there so it won't overflow. Okay. And I guess this the al dente, but baby, this is after 5 to 7 minutes. After about 7 minutes, okay? We ain't doing all that, okay? Anyway, moving on. So we're about to drain this. Do not rinse your noodles, honey. After all that seasoning, we ain't gonna rinse, okay? So now we're about to make our sauce, okay? So here we have our black pepper, our carnation milk, our evaporated milk, 2 of them, our seasoning salt, 2 eggs, our parsley, because we ain't got the fresh one. That's okay. That's my business. Okay. Then we got our butter. We got our smoked paprika, our mustard. Yes, baby. And sour cream, honey. Yes, sour cream and our half and half. And of course, our cheese and stuff, okay, in our bowl, okay? So let's get into it. First, we're going to add our half and half, about a cup, 1 1/4 cup of half and half. Then we're going to add the whole carton of our evaporated milk. And then we're going to add the other half a carton of the other evaporated milk. So 1.5 quarts, okay? Then we're going to add our sour cream, about 1/4 cup of the sour cream. Okay? And then we're going to get us a stir. Y'all, I ain't never stirred so much in my life. Okay? Okay, so we're going to put that to the side. And then we're going to crack our egg. Y'all like that one egg cracker? She did that. She thinks she's a professional. Look at her. Ooh. We just going to ignore that. Ow. So we just going to mix this up. And to this, we're going to add some Lorry seasoning salt. Okay. We're going to add about a tablespoon. Okay. Now, I thought this was too much, but it's not. Okay. Then I went back and added another half tablespoon. So we added 1.5 tablespoons. Okay. Because you want your milk to be seasoned. Your noodles is seasoned. But once you add that milk to your noodles, you want the milk to be seasoned. Okay. So we're going to add our black pepper up in here. So we didn't add a full half a teaspoon, okay? So maybe less than half, okay? We're going to mix that up. And then we're going to add this to our milk, okay? And we're going to get out a stir. Then we're going to add our dry mustard, about 2 tablespoons. Or 2 teaspoons, 2 tablespoons. We're going to add about that much, okay? Then we're going to give it a stir. I'll put all the ingredients in the description, okay? So now we got our noodles and we're going to add our butter. We're going to chop our butter up and we're going to add it to our noodles and we're going to mix it until it melts as best as possible. All right, y'all. So now we're going to add our milk seasoning to our noodles. And once again, honey, we're going to stir for the 50,000 millionth time. Okay, now here's our cheeses, our 7 cheeses. And we just gonna mix this, okay? We got all these different flavors, and we want everybody to get to know each other, okay? Because they was neighbors, and they all moving in together, okay? So everybody getting acquainted with one another, baby. Because they're going in the same place, doing the same job, well, a different job. Because everybody give different flavors, but they're going in the same place, okay? Okay. Now we're going to add our cheese mixture to our noodles. And you can add as much or as less as possible. Whatever you want to add, baby, that's your business. But I'm adding this cheese because it's called macaroni and what? And cheese. Okay? It's not called macaroni and milk. It's called macaroni and cheese, baby. So we're going to add some more of that sauce. And you're going to add a little bit at a time so you can know I'd rather add a little bit at a time than too much. And once again, honey, we're going to give this another stir, baby. Woo! I ain't never did so much stirring in my life. So we're going to add some more cheese. We're going to add some more sauce, okay? Until all the sauce is gone. And then, of course, we're going to keep stirring. Just keep stirring. Just keep stirring, stirring, stirring. Just keep stirring. Just keep stirring, stirring, stirring. Woo, child. I done stirred so much. Felt like I had a whole workout. Now, you know you're doing a lot of stirring when you sew. I done had a workout. Okay, so we're going to keep stirring. Oh, Lord Jesus. So we putting the last of our sauce up in there. And we're going to give it another stir. Then we're going to move this from the big container to 2 small containers. Okay. Now, as you can see, majority of that milk went in that first container, but that's okay. Let's watch what I do to the second macaroni and cheese. And then we're going to add some cheese on top. We're going to make sure everything covered, baby. We're going to push that over to the side. And we're going to pour the remainder into our second container. Now you can see it's not that much milk, but that's okay. We're going to add some half and half. Okay, because everything is already flavored. We're just going to add a little bit, okay? Because there's a little bit up in here, we're going to add a little bit of milk. And then, of course, we're going to stir, hopefully, one last time with this macaroni and cheese. And we flatten that out. And then we're going to add the remainder of the cheese on top of this. Then we're going to take our paprika, smoked paprika. And we're going to get a little bougie. And we're going to shake some of that on top of both of them. Okay, just to give it some color. That's it. Then we're going to take our parsley flakes. Because we ain't got the fresh parsley. She used that in the last recipe. But that's okay. Just work just good. Just for color. To look pretty. So we're going to shimmy, shimmy, shake that. Shake, 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 shake that on top. And there you have it. We're going to cover this and we're going to bake this on 375, 20 minutes with the lid on and 20 minutes with the lid off, baby. Okay? And there you have it. And here is the final results of everything that I showed you, everything, the stirring, the chopping, everything. Okay, so here is the beef loin. Then we got our green beans with the smoked neck bones that my mama made. Then here's the macaroni and the cheese. Don't that look good? The cornbread my mama made. The sweet potato mashed yams. The turkey meat that my mama made with the homemade gravy. And she also made the mashed potatoes and the beef. Okay. Don't that look good? Ooh, look at that. And here it is on my plate, baby. Don't that look good? I know it do. I know it does. Look delicious. Okay, now I bought this because my kids wanted to be extra bougie. So it's this Welch's strawberry daiquiri. Is not alcoholic. It's just, of course, obviously, we had to even it up. Everybody get a little bit because they don't make them big. They need to Welch's. Make the big bottles. This is only for 2 servings for 1 person. Okay, when you have a family, you bring it out on the holiday, get the big bottle. Okay? Anywho, Welch's. Okay, so now we're about to eat, honey. And baby, we gonna test everything. Okay, everything on the plate. Okay, look at that. We're going for the beef. Melt in your mouth. Now the string beans. Deliciously flavored. Now for that turkey and that mashed potatoes and that gravy. Good, delicious. Now the yams. Good. Now these macaroni and cheese. Y'all, when I tell y'all, now for the cornbread, so moist. Everything on this plate is well seasoned and delicious, y'all. Okay? Okay, so I hope y'all enjoyed this Thanksgiving dinner or how I prepared. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you can be notified every single time I drop, baby. Okay? And I will see y'all in my next video. Bye. And this is what we have for dessert. Well, what they had. Ice cream and cake with the dark chocolate on there. Unfortunately, I couldn't have none because of those nuts. Okay. And this is the name of the cake. And this is how it look in the inside. It looks good, but I had a little piece and I'm not a fan. So, but others liked it. So that's all that matters. Okay. So there you have it. So I don't know what I'm doing for Christmas. Just make sure you be notified. As a matter of fact, I gotta notify myself. But anywho, happy Thanksgiving. Bye.